And welcome back, Final Fantasy II. Last time, the Wind Shrine had a broken crystal, there was a boss, and new generation of Warriors of Light was made. So, I guess it's time to go to the ship and head back wherever they was. But there's another city to pay a little bit of a visit. Let's just go and look at this Tulay. Yeah, the crew went to drink grog. That's alcohol diluted with water. Usually rum. That was a cunning plan by British Navy to make sure that the sailors could actually could get their daily ration of rum, because if they wouldn't, then there would be a hell of a problem with the morale. But they didn't want sailors to hoard the booze and get drunk, so it was diluted. Buying all the basic spells for the characters, because hey, they have to be known. And this time you just basically have to buy them and know the spells. So let's just buy one rod as well. Nothing really strange seems to be happening in this city. Yeah, thanks a lot, Captain. But so far, nothing really unusual seems to have happened, except, well, the crystal was... And there's a monster in canal which attacks. So this is actually a direction where I had to go. Well, it was the only place to go. Oh. So there's a canal going outwards, so we can find out more about crystals and flashback. But Butts was awake and he knew it. And his old man knew about, and his dad knew about crystals. So he had the key, but I guess he did some thinking about and decided that yeah, let them have them. So we get the classical instructions of take care of yourself, don't get killed, don't get eaten by a big crazy monster. Have a nice day and all that kind of necessary and important nonsense. Or maybe not nonsense, they are actually quite good advice. Don't get eaten by a big crazy monster. But then, why would you specifically add have a nice day? That is kind of bizarre. Would feel quite unnecessary. Oh, and additionally, you can have these. I did some off-screen grinding, which I will do a lot. I most likely will use a little bit different method of playing this, because I'm recording this on PlayStation 5, which is a bit less convenient when it's a matter of recording. I think I'm just gonna do the basic enemy grinding and that off screen, and just do the episodes in plot just to see what plot events and boss monsters, and of course the unavoidable fights. And I think I might also show some of the basic fights around location. But after that, I will most likely not show any random battles. Mostly because, well, there's lots of them, and they aren't always the most pleasant ones. They might be actually quite boring. But there's the, well, yep, private boss went upstairs. And there are dancers. So let's just go and fetch Ferris, aka the captain. Oh. Oh, he must be really cute, so much that... I wonder, are those two homosexuals? Because they recognize that captain is a real nice looking. Yeah, but even from this, it should be quite obvious that Final Fantasy V is, from its tone, a bit less serious, at least for now, than Final Fantasy IV. Yeah. That was cold from Captain. Well, there don't seem to be much of wind, and having a monster pull to be the mover of the ship might make it different. And a couple of enemies, yeah, which go down with a one fell swoop. But plot has happened. So just saving the progress and getting the ship to see what's going on. Actually, birds could still fly. Yep, the basic crystals of elemental powers. In Final Fantasy IV, they were the most numerous because they were the two sets of crystals, both up, and those were twice. But that's a quite grim tone. Well, those all have been chosen by the crystals that, yeah, you're now light warriors. Save the world or else. Oh. But while I'm at it, let's just make sure to save as well and see that there's all kinds of areas going around. But now I have to go and cross this canal. See what's going on in this place. Tona Canal. Canals are actually quite impressive piece of engineering. Especially Panama Canal and Suez Canal. Yeah, I guess he didn't tell that. Yeah, the old guy gave me the key. But here's the canal, and I'm sailing through, and I have to face enemies in it. Yeah, they look quite unpleasant, and Final Fantasy V would still follow the basic graphical idea of enemies being just static sprites, which flash when they attack, but after that they basically do nothing. Even this remastered version has different. Oh, a huge whirlpool just opened. That's bad. Yep, a monster eats ships. That's big and dangerous. Oh, and we're in yeah, and I would say that if Final Fantasy game gives you a vehicle right at the beginning, you either can't use much of it, or it's gonna get scrapped. Say hello to boss monster, Gala boss. So let's just smash it with spells. Thunder spell does quite a nice chunk of damage. And it has an ability to make you instantly go critical in hit points, so just use the healing spell for that. Damn it, that stunning ability is really annoying, especially if it would get smart and blast it on all of these. And I don't know how quickly it might recover. But let's just keep the hit points up and do some blast it with lightning, and it dies. Yeah, I always did some level grinding to get it done, and it wasn't particularly dangerous boss. Even if you would not have done a slight amount of level grind, which I always prefer to do. Final Fantasy games can be real challenging if you don't. Shit, looks like the ship's engine was stuck, broken loose. Well, that means no propulsion either. And Captain has And Captain is very sad about that. And of course, the situation is very clear. We are just drifting through. But through the canal, there should not be much of worry about where you're gonna wind up if you're just going for the one end to the other. But after that, there's a lot of worry. As in, you're stuck in a sea without any kind of propulsion weighing. Eventually supplies would run out, crew would go crazy, they would start to murdering. They would get very hungry and would kill each other over whatever remaining foods and supplies, and things would be real grim, real fast. Oh, damn, that sucks. Alright, well, lucky for us. Ships at least on ground. And there's undead monstrosities around here. But at least if you are stuck in some sort of ship graveyard with undead monstrosities, means you are actually not that bad case, because hey, you're at least not about to be killed. So let's just take a little rest. And get up topside to see what kind of place this is. The ship graveyard. You could say this is the first dungeon stage, or how you wanna call it, after you have gained the job levels. So it basically works as a tutorial of that place, showing all how to manage your manage job levels, do them, or what they can do, and all that. Quite good pacingly, I would say. Quite good paced, this game in that kind of regard. And I'm still showing these fights going on in this place because, well, I haven't yet reached any save location, and it's also quite good to show many of these early monstrosities. Yeah, one skeleton gets killed by one attack by Galuf. And I do say that when they gave every character a unique sprite to every job class they have. And some of them are actually quite iconic in their appearance, like Faris in the black mage outfit. Over to say very familiar and old-fashioned, like Faris in black mage, and Barts in the knight outfit. Well, looks like Captain is worried about getting drenched. But generally after that, you might say that whatever might be Captain's problem is, well, that's his issue. And map shows that it's quite big area, but you do have a quite clear way out from as well, so nothing really unusual when it's a matter of this kind of early game tutorializing phase. And enemy encounters are still quite numerous, not as bad as Final Fantasy IV was it sometimes, where it was something like 2 steps and you would get another encounter, but later Final Fantasy games would have different methods. Bloop, bloop. Yeah, now I'm fighting under the sea, underwater. Undead Husk. That's a quite intimidating name for a monster. But it itself is not intimidating. Yeah. And also 2-layered. Multiple layers of stage in these rooms can be. So, which is quite interesting little development. They had technical lessons have been learned from the previous Final Fantasy. Got through that. Oh, yeah, it's... So, Captain is not he, but she. Well, that's quite good insinuation. Yeah, she's still a pirate with her mannerisms. So let's just be quite of humorously. I would say that the in Terry Pratchett's Discworld books, Angwa Sergeant, werewolf and beautiful woman, states that in Ankh-Morpork City Watch there is no difference between men and women. They are all boys, or better say, they are all guys. What are you gonna say? So that the behavioral standards are basically the same to both genders, which you might say are quite masculine standards as well. But time to make a save and break the recording for a while. Oh, that was a little break. Just looted all chests and looted some chests and stuff. Because this place, well, it's got a lot of monstrosities in it. And all kind of little annoying little critters as well. So let's just turn off the encounters and see what kind of things might be going around in this place. These little ship masts and all that create quite interesting little set pieces. Oop, couple of jumps out there. Nothing really, you could say, unusual in this kind of location, but I'm still wondering, not quite rusty in remembering how much of was this hazy thing, like that the first version of the game, or was it later addition to create some ambiance. But, oh yay, 3 treasure chests. Open, and open. Quite handy stuff to get some treasures. So it's up, up. I open a chest and bring out something more out. Raise the remaining of the sinking ship. How it happens by opening a chest, I do not know. And there's also a little chest hidden over there, but I really can't remember how to get it. It had something to do. Yeah, just swipe that thing dead. Because the ship graveyard is quite unpleasant location. And yeah, that's quite good term. Why I smell this to be oops, that looks strange. But who is that? He's got no memory. So he's got no emotional connection either. Meaning that means that old man Galuf with his amnesia decided to old-fashioned pimp slaps. Yeah, Galuf can be real harsh to say. He can slap around women if he has to. Not because he wants to or feels like he has to, but because physically it really has to be done. Yep, and all got a bit different storytelling. A boss monster, Siren. And it knows silence. That's bad, especially when it blasted out into my healer. And it's immune to fire. Wow, as long as it blasts out Cure. Let's just blast out the Blizzard. Yeah, it's immune to that too. But luckily physical attacks are not immune. It's not immune to being physically beaten. And Thunder is also it's also immune to Thunder. So I basically have no. Oh, now it became undead. I guess I killed it already. Which means now it should burn nicely. Yep, now it burns. And goes down with a nice beating. Not difficult boss, because it's still the very early game boss. But the ship graveyard has been gone through, battled through, but not looted through. So it's time to do a save. And just when you look at the map, there really doesn't seem to be much of anything strange. But so let's just try to start walking through the continent and see around the continent coast and see what goes on. Well, at least there's new enemies with weird names, and I would say that the way progression in the game works is that you have character levels, which you get by experience points, and job levels. Job levels are those that basically how well you mastered your job, and once you basically have the max level job, know basically all about it. But still doing another save and entering city of Carven. See what's going on in here. Let's just ask people around. Ship graveyard? No, not ghosts. We wiped out quite big bunch of them, so. And they really made use of their. Oh, that sounds bad. Oh, Ferris gets depressed. And these barrels and boxes contain treasure and handy stuff. Well, that would mean that you would have to go by the underground, or you would need a ways to fly. Oh, that sounds quite interesting. A wind drake. And also some new spells to take, but so they are not that necessary. But because, well, for some reason, I feel that the indirect spells in this, at least in this Final Fantasy game, are quite ineffective. Well, but this guy is selling armor and stuff. Well, let's just buy a lot of stuff. You really need a lot of equipment in this game to buy. But so let's just have a chat. Go have a chat with the guy upstairs. Yep. So let's just. Oh, so let's just. Where is it here? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it shows this with that which the game already had in it, and the different classes, the abilities can be equipped to basically empty ability slot. For example, thief ability to find passages has been equipped to Galuf, meaning he can see these secret passages, or when I say secret passage, just like thief would by nature. So. Oh yeah, I think he doesn't like his mother-in-law. So far, you could say that the Final Fantasy V has been much more humorous in tone than, well, I repeated Final Fantasy IV, and there's even a piano to play. Yay. Let's have a chat with this guy. Hiryu. Oh, Hiryu. Hiryu, I think it's Hiryu. But I guess we have to find the old Drake. And Hiryu is also the name was a Japanese aircraft carrier during World War II, and before it was sunk during the World War II, and name of the most prominent Strider from Capcom's action game franchise. And interestingly enough, Strider links with Street Fighter, with Street Fighter character from Street Fighter 5, Zeku being the founder of them, and most likely also that means the first Strider. But Strider Hiryu is from future. But ending this episode right here. Next time it is time to head towards the North Mountain and see what's going on there. See ya!